What's up, Woody Harrelson ass motherfucker? Weird SNL monologue. Even though we're not going to release, this isn't an evergreen episode, so we're going to release it. Everybody, what are you talking about? But you look good, man. You look like natural born killers.
You look fucking great. Your face is really come together this week, and your neck is tucking in underneath your face.
It's the smallest my neck's been in years, and I got to be honest.
You feel good, or you also have mentioned that you're kind of falling apart.
No, I mean my life sucks, but yes. I don't know if that's because of the diet.
Let's get into what's going on. Wait, let's tell the people first what you weigh.
280.5 this morning.
What did you start at?
287.
This is episode 4. We're 3 weeks in. Our goal was to lose 2 pounds a week, so we're still ahead of schedule.
Are we?
Yes.
That's good. I feel like behind. I thought like week 3.
You thought you'd be like 275.
275 is my not trying but not eating like an absolute fucking animal set point.
Yeah.
That's my like whatever. And it's funny when I logged back into the tracking app. Mm-hmm. 2019 it was like 282. So it was like every couple years I'm like, damn, I'm above 280. I got to get down. Now that being said, the face is tight.
The face is tight. So one thing that we should be clear about is that there's a difference between weight loss and fat loss. And what happens when you start eating an insane amount of protein, as we're doing, is your body is building muscle and getting rid of fat. So you might have gained a little bit of muscle. We do need to get, because I can already tell in the composition of your body. Yeah. But to get the weight loss from plateauing again, we're going to have to make some changes this week.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But let's go through your list of ailments. Yes, your complaints.
I have a rash all over my
can we see the rash?
All over my armpits, and yeah, we can. And my wife was like, go to the dermatologist. It's like, it's under there, it's under here. I have fucking canker sores all in my mouth, like one in the front. I have a front cank like a animal. And but I've been sleeping great, weirdly. And then my whole family's sick. My son's just projectile vomiting all over the earth. So it's like. And I'm bored. I have an overwhelming sense of like calm, but also fucking complete boredom.
Is that sobriety because you're not drinking that much?
This is the soberest I've been in since I was 13. All right. So I did a game. I did 2 games last week. The audience knows I'm
a great announcer, one of the best of all time.
I'm so in the zone. I give such little fucks. Yeah. I called. So what I did was my partner goes, "Oh, that guy rolled to the hoop. A good pass inside. Great play." I go, "That's the worst defense I've ever seen." And the guy looks like a highlighter. You might want to guard the 2 best players on the team. And old me would have been like, "Oh, the coach is going to be mad at me." New me, laser focused. It was bad defense. Don't care. I have a sense of confidence,
nice,
and wholeness, but also severe boredom. I'm so fucking bored.
Well, would you rather have like the anxiety, nervous insecurity back? Yeah, you kind of want that back.
Know. Yeah,
because I like that the confidence. I can even tell it in your energy now. You're much more getting shit done. But this is the common refrain from my friends going sober, that particularly ones that love booze, is I'm so fucking bored.
I know.
What do you miss? You miss the confusion of drunkenness?
No, because booze makes something that isn't very fun. Fun. A la, Norm has a great bit about this where he's like, when you're sober, it's just sitting at a large oak table. And everyone else's fun is going up and yours is staying the same.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to these drinking type events, but I don't know. There's just I'm doing a Princeton game. They come back, win in overtime.
And then you're not enjoying it.
I've been so in the habit, and we'll talk to Max when he gets here because he's another guy. I don't even know what this podcast is. It's like Oprah for men. We're like, oh, I don't drink anymore and I feel better. It's so fucking lame in some ways. So now we're week 3 and I'm already
episode 4, week 3. Yes.
At week 3 of this transformation.
Yes.
And it's is it the self-loathing coming out? I don't know what this feeling is, but I'm just
it's feelings coming to the surface.
There's part of me that's got the renegade where it's oh, you're going to get good grades? Like, fucking fuck you.
But that's the drunken personality. Like, what is there? Like, well, you know what that road leads. You're not
You've
cool.
been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all it does is make you a fat guy that thinks that he's the man when he's chugging beers, and then he wakes up in the morning, gets sober, looks at his belly, and is just like, oh, God.
Yeah.
You know where it leads.
Tired. And also, a weird thing that drinking does is that it, like, creates all these little errands for you.
Yeah. Because it adds more work to your life.
Need a
Diet Coke. I need ibuprofen.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, you're like, that morning sucked. I was just like trying to not be sick. It's really effed up when you think about it.
And drinking is supposed to like make you more of a man, but it really makes you just a big whiny pussy, dude. You're just like, oh, I need to have a bacon, egg, and cheese because I'm hungover. Oh, everybody hates me. What did I say? Like, be a fucking man, dude.
Sometimes
Sobriety
it just makes you real
manly.
chill. It sometimes just makes you real like chill though.
No, dude.
Sometimes.
Drink. Intentional drinking makes you chill. Fucking New York alcoholism does not make you chill.
That's a good. Is that a real term? Or you just made up with that?
Nobody drinks like we do in New York. Because the car factor. Chicago, you can walk around.
Chicago.
That's true.
But yeah,
that was a major.
No, but you know what else? The 4 a.m.
The 4 a.m. is huge.
Even like the goddamn Irish fuck asshole alcoholic city of Boston that I hate. They're like, all right, last call. It's but they ring the last call like 1:15, and you're always like, what? You're like, I'm an adult. Like, get out of my face.
Yeah, I'm not drinking till 4. I mean, listen, dude. I know that it's lame. I
don't think it's lame. I actually feel pretty good.
Yeah, and I think your body is actually reacting. Well, we know that the rash is due to hygiene, but the canker sores could just be a stress reaction to we're stressing your body out. Your body's like, yo, you're making all of these changes at once. What the fuck is going on?
So I actually have a history of kanks, and one time
mouth herpes.
Yeah. It's actually a different virus.
No. It's mouth herpes.
No, mouth herpes is herpes.
Okay. You've had this conversation before.
No, because people are always like, oh, canker sore is gross. But I was at one point juicing like a couple a day. I'm like, you know what I need is more, like actual like, juice press. And I was like, I had these awful kanks for like 4 weeks. And then I went to the doctor and they were like, what are you doing? You're drinking like 3 cups of lemon juice a day, psychopath. So it's awful. It's torture.
Now, I don't think you're eating a super acidic diet. Would you say you are?
Right now, no.
No.
This is just,
run-of-the-mill kanks.
Yeah, run-of-the-mill kanks. Sick kid.
Stress.
Yeah. But you know what I've been surprised with this little diet you got me on is I'm not hungry. Like, I'm not like that like crazy ravenous.
Yeah.
And it's like I realized, all right, I had a game. I did fast food sandwich, boom. I'm over my fat allotment like instantly.
Yes.
So then the next time I go, all right, I can have one of those, but then it's almost like when you have no plan at all, like obviously you're going to fail. And then once you learn like, oh, this thing is really good, I can eat this choice. It's like kind of easy to automate.
Yeah.
But
You're getting it.
I did think I'd be skinnier by now there, Will.
But your face is intact, and I've noticed the change every week when I come in. Did you get any good compliments this past week? Like, have you lost weight?
I did. I got
How
my. Was that last week or this week? I hope I'm not.
That was last week.
Oh, well.
You had one, but have you had any others?
I got I think so.
Yeah.
And the clothes, you know what's weird? It's like I'm down 7 pounds. All my clothes are like falling off me already, like the waist and like.
Because it's fat loss.
Yeah, man, it's tight.
You're looking great. You're doing great, buddy. I think.
I want to fucking quit this. I want to stop doing it.
And stop doing it and go back to doing the same fucking shit. That's the thing. Like, I have to like.
I actually don't though. I'm kind of enjoying it. Like,
I know. Well, because you know what's happening is like you're really splitting. Your personalities are splitting.
Yeah.
Whole Noah, like nerd Noah, is coming out. The actual Noah instead of just like the soaked in booze persona, cool guy Noah.
Well, let me ask this question to our producer over there,
Brian.
Mark. Is it Mark or Brian?
Jiggy.
It's Mark Jiggy. Why'd you say Brian?
I don't know.
Here's what I think happens, right? you moved to New York, you're drinking, you're doing stand-up, then everybody stops drinking, most people. And then you kind of go, do I even need stand-up? And you kind of are like, you know what I mean? Like the final step of sobriety is like, I don't need this anymore, and you move home. That's what I'm afraid of. Have you heard that before?
Yeah, or I think being single in New York too. Single in New York and drinking is like hand in hand.
Yeah.
I think when I got engaged and married, my drinking is tanked.
Yeah.
Maybe that will go up when I have kids.
Yeah, that 100, and it goes up at like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're off it.
Now, has Alyssa joined you in your sobriety crusade?
Yes, actually.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
She also hates it.
Do you think that is she doing it just out of solidarity, or do you think that you've influenced her into doing it because she can't drink alone?
No, we're like kind of doing it together, but like, you know, her. When I met her, it was like, oh, great. Best drinking partner ever. Like we used to get bombed.
Yeah, we've been bombed together.
Yeah. But like year one of dating Alyssa was like, we were just out there doing it, man. We were just go to a show, out till 4,
and
snow
how long
day.
have you been together now?
7 years, 6 years.
7, 6, 7
We've been
years?
married for 6 years, and we've been together for like 7. Yeah, so.
So this is time to switch things up.
Yeah. It's tight being like not like hungover dad. That's like such a lame.
It's so awful place to be. You don't want your kid to like feel that energy.
I agree with that. Or you know what's even like, oh, dad is happy. Like someone else had joked with that. We said drunk was happy, but it's like that's kind of fucked up too.
I don't know because you grew up in a non-booze house, right?
Yeah.
So I did too, for the most part. I have very distinct memories of my mom's 40th birthday party and how much I hated it. Because she was being so fucking weird.
Yeah.
And she was like touching me different than she normally touched me. And I could tell that she was sloppy. And I was just like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't feel safe.
Yeah.
And I don't want my kid to feel like that.
Yeah. There was a party, like a house party, and it was really fun at my house when I was like 7. And then the next day, like, everybody was hungover, but I didn't know like what hungover was. Mm-hmm. I was like, "Come on, let's do this." And they're like, "We're just having a lazy Sunday. We're just laying around." And I was so bummed out by that. But that was like one time in my whole childhood. Some of my parents managed to be crazy, dead sober, so they didn't even need anything to juice them up.
Some of your parents,
people are like, "Damn, yeah, my dad was alcoholic too," and I'm like, "No, he's dead sober. That's what he did." What are your other clients going through and pushing? Like you got to get a lot of complaint and bitching text messages, don't you?
Well, you know, I get a lot of ghosting. I get people.
Oh, they want to try and then they go.
They duck me and then they'll like come back after like 3 weeks. It's like somebody that's just like gone on a bender. Tommy's doing great.
Oh, really?
Tommy is killing it. And do you know what's great?
We gotta have him on.
Tommy is the man. Yeah, I don't want to blow up his spot because, you know, I don't want to share too much.
We only said his first name.
Well, he's the master logger of all time.
Really?
And he logs everything.
Come on, baby.
You're great, but well, here's the thing. You've been so on top of the plan, and you've only had one bad day.
Yeah.
Because we have such a tight time frame, and our entire careers hinge on this transformation.
Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tommy, when he has a bad night, he logs every single thing. If he has 10 beers and eats 2 McChickens and 20 chicken McNuggets, he like lets you know. It's fucking awesome.
Why is that good? So what? I wrote down all the shit I did. Who cares?
Because he's at least being honest with himself. That's the first step.
And then okay. So that's the idea.
But I have like my closest friends, like from like childhood friends that wanted to get down. Lifelong friends, know them for like 30 years.
Yeah.
I had a couple where they would get down for a week.
Yeah.
And then they'll come back like 3 weeks later and be like, "Hey, you know, I'm really doing it." Da da da. And it's like, my thing is, I'm not gonna chase you. You have to.
Right.
I'll give you as much as you want if you engage with me.
Are you charging these people money, or this is all getting your experience up?
I kind of want to not charge money for a long time.
And then
I just want to work with people that are dedicated and just provide so much value.
Yeah.
That at some point people just give me money without me having to ask for it.
Wow, that's not gonna happen. You'd be like, it's $1 now for any time at night. You could call me and people go, I'm not gonna do it.
What, dude?
It's like reading a news article. You're like, I just won't. I won't know the rest of that. I'm not gonna subscribe to Time. You know.
There's a guy that we're gonna watch in clips later. There's so much, like when we talked about it in the Diego episode, like nutrition coaches are such scumbags, and I don't want to be the guy that says like, oh, whatever, I'll fucking charge somebody $30. We all know that nobody uses shit anyway.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it in this game. I think this might be our guess. Oh, there he is. Take the shirt off. Take it off.
All right, no problem.
Take it off.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is great, man. Wow, this is easy.
Yeah.
Is this recording right now?
Yeah. This is probably like most endeavors that New York comics do. This is probably nothing.
What's that?
This is probably nothing. This probably won't work. Yeah.
Great, dude.
No, you look great, bro.
Show them your abs and stuff. Show them the whole tour. Look at this. Are you serious?
Fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm wildly underfucked, man. This is awful.
Fucking great.
You look great.
All right. Well, I want to welcome to the show comedian, great friend, a guy who, when I saw him after COVID, I legitimately didn't know who you were.
I know,
I
dude.
was like, why is this man talking to me? And you're like, it's Max. And I was like,
know.
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's because I shaved. That's it. Dude. Man. That's because I cut all the beard hair off and I had this creeper mustache for a year.
Yeah, man.
So look at you, dude. Wow.
Well, I'm down.
How much are you down?
7
I'm only down
6.5.
7, but the tightness, I've had 4 glasses of wine in 4 weeks total.
Wow.
So like we were talking about, Max, you have gotten.
I quit drinking. That's all I did, dude.
Yeah,
I
that's
dropped,
all you did.
That's it. I dropped 40 pounds by quitting drinking.
Now, what was your drink of choice?
Well, brother, I had a system in place. At the end of it, I would do 6 rounds of a beer and a shot, ideally like a PBR and a well whiskey, shitty beer.
Over how long a period of time?
An hour.
Okay.
2 hours.
Whoa.
2
So you're
hours.
getting
2 hours.
after. Okay.
Yeah, and then I would pick up a 6-pack of White Claw on the way home. That's your snack home beer, dude. That's what you can drink on the street. That's what you can drink on your couch. You can drink it in bed if you want, dude. It's really easy. And
So that's 18 drinks in a night.
Yes, and I was doing that every night.
For
Yeah,
how
isn't this
many?
wild? Did you know this?
Like almost 10 years.
That is so crazy.
Yeah. Too long.
Listen, I was like I've known you for a long time, and
Yeah.
I've seen you out at shows, or I'll see you around. I never in my wildest ever was like, yeah, Max Fine's that guy who drinks 18 drinks
Nobody
every
knew,
single night.
dude. That was the
You're
trick.
just over there like, woo.
Yeah, but if I had cut the beard, you would have noticed. That's the thing,
that
man.
you were just bloaty, or
Yes,
like,
I've had a beard. I had a beard since I was like 19 because my ex-girlfriend told me I had a weak chin, and I never forgot.
You have a beautiful
Wow.
chin.
Thank you. But I didn't. It took me losing 40 pounds for this chin to pop up and say, I am here, daddy, and I want work.
she saw me a month ago, she just threw up. She was like, oh,
Yeah,
God, no.
Mostly because of what she could have had. You know? I mean, and I quit drinking. Wow, I would have been a catch at that point, dude.
So you had a super thick, bushy beard. Now, what
Yeah.
was the turning point for you?
I had a horrible show in Cincinnati.
Like the worst show
Like
ever?
the worst show I've ever had.
Oh, yeah. Tell this story.
Dog,
This is
so
great.
there's a moment where like, all right, yeah, I was in Cincinnati. It's my favorite place to do comedy. I just love it
Go
there.
Bananas?
Yeah, it was, not at Go Bananas, but a lot of the same people that were involved. It was a Wednesday show that they had set up, and boy, howdy, did I think I was in control. And I was not, Daddy. There's a moment, I listen back to this. Every time I want to drink, I listen back to this set. For 32 minutes, I just bombed, baby. Not a single tit, not a laugh, not a smile. Just.
And it was because you were wasted and you didn't have control of the material, or
I think it was just that I was wasted and I didn't have control over myself.
Yeah.
There's a point where I like must have turned around and been like, you love this is what you love to do. You just got to keep going, brother. And like it's not into the microphone. I said that to myself. So like every time I want to drink, I remember, well, also I was pre-diabetic. My doctor was like, this is bad.
So how big did you get, and how big are you now?
I was at 225.
Okay, 6'2"?
it's too big.
Well,
What are you, 6'1"?
No, brother.
How
I wish.
tall is anybody
I'm
in
like
this world?
5'10" at best.
What?
Yeah, I'm a little man. I'm
Dude,
a little Jew, dude. I would kill to be a tall
You're a Jew
Catholic.
too? This is
Fucking Puerto
he's
Rican,
hurting here.
Chinese.
It's different
Yeah.
Jewish,
Yeah.
though, dude. You played basketball Jewish.
Well, when I get bloaty and fat from drinking, by the way, just a side note, people do ask me if I'm part Chinese.
Really?
Because I kind of get like this.
Yeah.
People go, "You're part Asian, right?" And I go, and I have
Yeah, totally.
But
dude.
I have a Chinese grandfather, but he married in, and then I'm just like, how did they know about it? And then I'm like, oh no, it's because I'm fat. Like,
Yeah. But you'll get there, dude. I think that's got to be your goal,
Yeah.
is to lose enough weight that people just know you're white.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key.
That's the goal. That's your weight loss journey,
No
brother.
more passing.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm like, I lost so much weight. I got to use SPF 60 now. Dude. It's like crazy. I got like the white thing on the
this
nose.
is so much more attainable than drop 6 inches off your waist.
You know what's funny too is that I think that the comic in me is like, this project that we're doing together, which is me losing weight. You're already lost it. Spread the word. Get my life together. I don't think it's going to work because the comic in me is like, this won't do anything. Like, I don't think I'll be able to lose the weight, even though I'm doing everything Will says, and he's riding me like a little dime.
I love it.
But secondly, I think that like the fucking show, I have that doubt, and it's like, it's weird that week one, the doubt is small.
Wait, I just love that
and
you're
it gets
already
bigger and bigger and bigger.
You're already worried about the end of a podcast that hasn't been released.
yeah,
This is
that's
incredible.
right.
This is fantastic.
Part of your fear is that if you get better, you're not going to be funny anymore. I think
That's
the
what
real
everybody's
thing,
afraid of,
right?
dude.
Yeah.
Because you were a fat guy, right?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, as soon as you lose the weight, it's not that you're not funny. You're just more confident, and you don't need to be funny.
Yeah,
brother.
I know, dude.
That's a big game changer. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't have to like pretend like I know what's going on all the time,
Yeah.
because now I can just take my shirt off.
So I'll tell you a screwed up one, which I haven't told on this podcast yet, but so I got hired by ESPN, and part of the sell was like, he played basketball, he's a little funny, he's a little different. So for some reason, I felt this real need to like try to be funny, and they had me doing sideline down at the Charleston Classic.
Yeah.
So literally my time on air should have been like, Coach Oates told me that he loves his shooting and he's really worked on it, and back to you. Like, it should have been quick.
Yeah.
So then I'm like bombing the first 2 days of this tournament, and they're like, "You're actually too tight." And then so I go, "You know what I got to do? I got to get hammered tonight." It was like Tin Cup.
But that's dude. So that's like the first 6 years of doing, 8 years of doing stand up.
Yeah.
9 years of doing stand up. I was blackout drunk because I was so afraid to be on stage.
That's amazing.
But now I'm just afraid and I have to deal with it.
But
brother.
that's the one place I never drank.
Yeah, dude.
That's the one place I never drank. I never drank before
Really?
going on stage.
See, that's actually that's crazy
Isn't that
healthy.
weird?
It's funny.
Even before, so you think you can rap?
Yeah, I mean, I drank during that whole show. They had like buckets of beer. But that's not really stand up. That's just kind of like
That was
bullshit.
freestyle rap.
Yeah, dude. It's a good time. Of course. But hey, I'm from Atlanta, dude. I've done this a few times.
So I go, you know what? I'm going to be loose tomorrow if I drink tonight. So I'm like hanging out.
Nah,
the bartender's serving the wine, So then I get a text. It's like, because I'm like, look, I got 2 games. I'm doing sideline. I'll get through it. They go, we're adding you to the 4 afternoon games too. You have 6 games tomorrow. So all of a sudden it's like anxiety, and I'm like, oh no. I wake up, I'm so hungover.
Yeah.
I'm on air, and that whole day was like torture for me.
Yeah.
And they loved it.
No, they were like, you're never doing sideline again. They like put me in the booth. They're like, stop doing it was. I had to end up being fine, but the experience was awful.
Dude, that's the whole reason I quit though. The anxiety was so bad. I would get, because when you wake up after 18 every night, you're still drunk. So it's like
That's an incredible amount of drinking.
It is.
It's an efficient amount of drinking. Because here's the thing: it was never that I wanted to get drunk. It was I need to do this so I can go to bed. So I had a very small window here. Because once I start, I don't stop. So it's like I can't.
What time would you start at?
Usually around 8 or 9.
So you do a set, then you start.
If I'm lucky. Or if the set's late, I might be wasted. It's
Whoa, dude.
Because the deal is like I've got enough time. I've got to leave myself enough time to drink and enough time to fall asleep and make sure that I can get up in the morning for what I need to do.
Yeah.
So I'd wake up drunk. I'd get my hangover around 11, and then I'd just kind of deal with that until 8.
How'd you deal with it?
I'd smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Oh man, you were killing yourself,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, now I got this, and this is not any better. I got the Elf bar.
We got a brand. What is that?
No, that's better, dude. It's better to. I tell
What is that,
people to
nicotine?
vape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a vape guy now.
You got a vape.
I really go back and forth between cigarettes and vaping, but this thing's stuck. I went to Cincinnati 2 weeks ago and did that same room for the first time in like almost, and I did well, but it was like the very first. I was like, dude, if I bomb here, I can't give up pot. I can't give up weed.
Yeah,
Like if I really eat it, that's where I'm gonna have to head, and I'm not ready to give that up.
New concept for the show. We just bring in people who are bigger pieces of shit than us.
Yeah,
We're like, we used to drink, and you're like 18 every night. We're like, no, we were fine.
Dog, I used to fall asleep at different bus stops and piss my pants.
no,
like as long as you're not doing that, you're
dude.
doing fine.
And was it just like a cold turkey? You quit and you were fine, or was there treatment? Was there?
This one was cold turkey, and I was all right. I've tried treatment in the past, and it didn't stick. But
So this one you just said, I don't feel good. I'm over this.
Yeah, well, you know what
Wow,
happened?
that's incredible.
So Cincinnati was the impetus, and then I went to see Space Jam 2. And, and I was on mushrooms. It was the night the Bucks won the finals.
Okay.
I went, watched the finals game. I was tripping balls on mushrooms. I was like, they killed Bugs Bunny, dude. And then I watched the Bucks win. And I was like, I don't think I should drink anymore, and I just haven't since.
That's rad.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
that's
fine.
Awesome. And then
That
what?
psychedelics actually like healing.
Dude,
your...
I fully believe in psychedelics. I mean, and look, I'm a little excessive with my
Wow.
use, and there's
Sure,
a part of me that's like, you got to slow down or you're going to lose yourself. But, yeah, dog, that shit's magic. There's a reason it's called magic mushrooms.
And you didn't have like any intention of doing it. You just like found it on your own and you walked away.
Yeah, because I had tried to quit like a million times over the years, but it just never stuck. You know what it was? This was the first time I had like a very tangible way that it affected my stand-up.
Yeah.
Whereas in the past,
thing that matters most. to you.
yeah, in the past, it's like it's probably fucked up every set I've ever done before that, but I just didn't realize it. I was too drunk to notice it was happening.
You've gotten a lot better.
Yeah, like it's kind of a bummer. Like it's a real bummer knowing that it's
Now
like,
you're
fuck.
like writing easier.
There's just like, I mean, there's a legitimate like almost decade of doing comedy that could have been like way better, and I would have been so much better off had I just gotten my shit together earlier.
Nah.
But I still had more fun than anyone. I like that. I think is absolutely dog. I mean, because here's the thing: doing comedy on the road while you're drunk is the most fun you can do. I went home with a family in Alabama once. That wouldn't happen if I quit drinking.
I actually did that post game at Wake Forest.
Brother,
I was
hell
in this
yeah,
minivan.
dude.
I was like, ugh.
That's it, dude. You got to just get in the car while the door's open, man.
Like, we're
that
swinging?
window is
This is
short.
weird.
Yeah, dude. And if that's a minivan, that's a sliding door,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
You got plenty of time to hop in there.
In the Minivan Pod, by
That's
the way.
in the Minivan Podcast.
Hey,
Hey, there it is, dude.
Now, I find that I don't think that you would even be like that alarming of a case for Atlanta, because Atlanta has the most turnt comics in general.
It used to.
It used to. Now you go back, it's a very sober scene.
It's not even that it's sober. They're just way more responsible. Like, I mean, I was talking to somebody, like, I think the group that I was in was the last group of like, oh, we're going to get after it,
Yeah.
dude. We're going to use this as an excuse to like put whatever we can up our nose and like just drink like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But everybody is like, yeah, like everybody that started at the tail end of that, I went back a few months ago and they were like, yeah, we saw what you guys are doing. We were like, we don't want that.
Those
dude.
guys are gonna die.
Those guys are going to die. And you know what, dude? I still think some of them are going to die.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. One of them's having a kid and it's like, dog, buddy. This is too far. This is too far.
Yeah, my friend was
I
at
know
a
both
bachelor
dads
party.
here. You know, like, yeah.
But my friend was at a bachelor party, and he was like, yeah, some guy was like, I just love my son so much. He was like, just,
Bro, I tried to make a rule. I made a rule in my mid-20s that, like, I was like, I don't want to do coke with dads.
Yeah.
And then I found myself really violating that from 25 to 35. I was pretty much exclusively doing coke with dads. And I gotta tell you, once you stop doing coke with dads, your
You're not
life is
doing coke.
infinitely better.
Yeah, that's because no one that doesn't have a kid can afford the right kind of coke.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That only comes from having
You want
dad.
that fish scale, you gotta get a fucking
You gotta have a
dad.
kid. Yeah, dude.
can I tell you something? Never did it.
Never?
Never.
You were a
Impressive to me.
basketball player.
But
Never
I mean,
did it.
especially with like people that can really get after it drinking wise. When people say that, wait,
You could have really gotten after it drinking
Yeah.
wise,
Like,
dude.
I had a buddy, and we would stay up, like one time this friend came in to visit, and we stayed up till 6 a.m., and we had started drinking at like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And like came back, and the one guy's girlfriend was like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, just Bud Light. Like we just like
and
the
that's
whole
that's
and
fun, but like 12 hours could have been 18
could have
hours,
been
dude.
3 days. Dude.
Yeah, man. You could have started an LLC, dude.
Oh,
You could have had a whole business. You could have been in the Fortune 5, dude.
What else are you doing
I walk a lot.
for your body? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
How many steps?
How many steps? I got a lot in today,
Let's
by the
see.
way, baby.
Today has been a little light. Yesterday, I think I got like 15,000.
15,000 is great.
Yeah. All right. So 14. Okay. So yesterday. Oh boy, howdy! I really pushed it. I got 14,697 yesterday, 13,757 the day before, 15 the day before.
Now, is that because you're poor?
I'm really glad you asked because
Like, oh, I'm good, guys. I'll walk to Brooklyn.
no, I used to be at a point when I first moved to New York where I was recycling bottles for subway fare.
Shit.
But now,
That's awesome.
even now, I just jumped the turnstile. Man.
You're one of those people. I
You
got my eye on
gotta
you.
be, dude.
You
Stick
gotta
it
get
to
that
the.
vape money. You gotta
That's
have
right.
the
These
vape
are
money.
$20, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
$20.
What are you
That's
gonna
like
do?
10
Not vape?
subway rides. What am I not going to go to Brooklyn?
yeah.
Come on, dude.
What about fitness-wise, diet-wise, anything, or you're just
So,
like?
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, fitness-wise, been an issue. I hurt my back. And I have not been able to go to the gym. I used to do some powerlifting stuff, but I have not been able to do that. And in turn, I've been eating dog shit for the last like
What kind of powerlifting?
You still look good, though.
Wendler cycle. Thank you.
You did Wendler cycle?
Yeah, so it'd be like, deadlifts, military press, bench press, and squats. And
Every workout is all those?
no, so you do one per workout, and each one has 2 supplemental exercises you do as well. It's really
Get in, get out, you get a compound
Yup,
lift.
yup.
And it's like no frills. Not necessarily doing the hypertrophy, but he's making sure that he's a strong, functional boy.
that's it. It's all about functional fitness, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay functionally
So what
fit.
are the auxiliary exercises with the deadlift, for example, or with the bench?
So with bench press, you're gonna do dumbbell bench presses and then also rows.
Okay.
And then with what was the other one you asked? Deadlifts.
Yeah, deadlifts.
Leg raises and good mornings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good mornings
dude.
is the thing that you make fun of me for.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Stick
that's
my
good
butt
for your
out.
back, but you know
I
what?
know
My
what
back
good
is
mornings are.
fucked.
Wait,
Is
so
it
how'd you
your
fuck
lower
up your
back?
Yeah. Dude, I went to the doctor, the orthopedist, and they tried to zap me. They were like, let's see if it's a nerves thing.
I did that too.
Dude, I kicked the nurse tech in the face.
Oh, wow.
He went down there, he put his little prods on my foot, and it just shot up,
Shut
kicked him
up.
right in the face.
I'm going to
And-
put together a little thing for you. I'm going to steal all of knees over toes guys stuff.
Yo, I love knees over toes,
Oh, yeah,
guys.
Send
we're
it
big
to
knees over
you.
toes guy.
I love that, dude. I love knees over toes. Good fellas.
I'm going to send it to you so you can start doing some stuff.
Please.
Yeah.
I would love to, dude.
We'll do it.
Should I do some of that shit?
I mean, if your
I
back,
love
I don't know,
lifting.
is your back bothering you or your neck?
So I have 2 slip discs in my neck.
Hey,
good.
So they did the.
Yeah, I knew about
they did
the
They did the
Achilles.
zap thing for me too.
Nothing happened?
They just like shock you. And they're like, well, the nerves are good, but your neck is collapsing on itself. So then I got this device that I strap into, and it's like, and it stretches out my neck this way, and it feels amazing.
Yo, why don't you have that on all the time?
It's amazing, and like they're like, and then that will like cure you, and I'm like, I use that shit every night, and it feels good while I do it.
and then nothing.
Nothing.
I got one of those neck hammocks. Have you seen that?
Yeah. This is
I
a
got,
similar idea.
Yeah, I got one of those. I got a posture corrector. I got all the shit.
Wait, but how'd you do it again? Did you already say that? I don't listen. When
I don't know.
Oh,
You
so
just
one
woke
day you
up
just.
one morning?
Yeah, I think it's just been kind of happening for a while.
Do you think that any of the drinking was linked to like chronic pain? Was the problem going to sleep or?
Yeah, well, it wasn't even that. It was that when you drink for so long that way, your body just gets used to
Needs
falling
to.
asleep. Like where it's like, there's a real fear of like I'm lying in bed, I can't go to sleep if I'm not wasted. At first, like it took a while to get.
And
like,
now, do you need to smoke to go to sleep?
look? Whatever.
Do you or not?
Yeah.
Beat off?
What?
Beat off every night?
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's way more impressive. Not impressive. It's way more gratifying if you do it after you've smoked a little pot.
Yeah. I'm not a big
Beating
smoke
off
guy. Too.
drunk is
What
just
about
not a
edibles?
show.
No, nothing happens.
Beating off high is tight.
Beating off high is the amount of times I wake up in the morning and the cum sock is still in my hand is incredible.
Sock. What are you in middle school?
No, I'm
You still use
clean.
a sock?
He's just a clean guy.
What do you use?
What? I go right out the window. People are like, your AC unit's
I forget
dripping
you
again.
live in Manhattan, dude.
Yeah.
You could do that.
He uses one of his son's burp cloths like a gentleman.
Nah, you know what? I have front bathroom.
What is that?
Like I have like a little guest.
Oh, you have a powder room.
Yeah, so I'm like, I gotta go out there, and then Alyssa
You
just
jerk
goes
off in there?
Furthest distance from the bedroom too. So if she's laying in bed, you know
Yeah, I
she's
don't
not
disturb
gonna
her.
move. Yeah.
But also, like sometimes I poop out there anyway, just to like be far away.
I do like the idea of like
Yeah.
an exclusive bathroom for shitting.
Yeah, it's like an outhouse.
This is
That seems
Dad's
good.
room. This is Dad's room. We shit and beat off in here. I'm gonna know that the next time I piss in there.
So we track our sleep because we have these.
Oh, you have a Whoop?
We got the Whoop.
I
baby,
used
on
to
the
have a
camera recovery.
Whoop. I used to.
You got off it?
Yeah, I did because I like wearing a regular watch, which I'm not wearing right now, and I thought it was too. I'm starting to wear. I got some bling. You know, I got my
a little flavor.
I got my little wristbands. I don't want to
just went to sleepaway camp with your.
Yeah, that's correct. No, my girlfriend makes these. I've had like 6 of them over the last year or so.
Was the girlfriend instrumental in the sobriety at all?
No, I met her after I had
You met her
quit
after?
drinking.
She
yes.
drink?
Yes. And I'm cool. She doesn't smoke pot.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So you got your own little.
We've got our
vice
own
there.
little vices.
Opposites attract.
It's fun because, you know, I can get as brutally high as I want. And she'll be like, I have no idea how much you're smoking. I'm like, no one does. No, but you know what? It is a real bummer. I wish she had gotten to meet me when I was drinking. I was fun when I was drinking, dude. I was like a good hang.
Listen, I think you're good hang now.
Yeah, we have microphones in front of us. You take these away, I got nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, dude. I just constantly like dribble out of my mouth. This is. I took my shirt off without even thinking about
Hey,
it,
we
dude.
love it.
Yeah, man. But if no mics, shirts. I don't go to the beach with a shirt off.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That's the
That
power
I've got
of
some
the
really
vibe.
bad tattoos.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's why?
Yeah.
I thought it was like because I still think I'm fat.
No,
I'm
dude. When I was fat, I would
Swastika?
get naked all the time. I
That's
wish.
how I was too. I'm when I was
It's
fat,
about
my
owning your
fattest-
body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, if this is what it is, I'm gonna fucking participate. I
Dude.
might have also been drunk and high at
Always.
the time too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've always been a naked guy.
yeah.
Dude, every
Always.
Wednesday,
Didn't matter.
so there was a bar in Atlanta called Church, and they do church organ karaoke. They took Piano Man off the song list. I was the only one that could do it. And the singer and I had like a whole fucking repertoire and shit. I would take my shirt off, stand on tables, scream Piano Man. Nobody liked it, but I did it every Wednesday, and I had no shame. Now, dude, I went to the beach for a birthday thing, and I was like, I can't. No, there's no way, no way, dude. Absolutely not.
I used to get in the locker room. I would put on my sneakers and my ankle braces.
Yes.
And nothing else.
That's
butt
hilarious.
naked, and then I would run out onto the court. And I go, come on, guys, we got practice. And then I'd run back in and go, grab my clothes. And like, it was a
Oh
bit-
no! I'll show wiener. I'll show butt. It's the top half that I'm embarrassed about.
What are the tad?
Oh, I got some bad ones, dude. Hang on. They're just embarrassing, right? So like, we've got this one. We'll start here. This is the least. I've got a cowboy boot.
The highway loves.
A Sin. That's a Jason Isbell. That's my cat. My other cat.
These are all
Now
cool.
this is where it gets bad though.
Love brought weight to this heart of mine. I
Yeah.
don't think that's
That's
bad.
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
This arm I like.
This arm's fine. It's this.
Yeah,
It's
that
all
one
Sin
is-
for that arm, dude. That's a Friends lyrics, and I
love
can't
it.
like get it like removed because it's like, oh, my buddy wrote the.
A lot of people are like, nice,
And I'm like, I wish I could go in the ocean, dude. I miss it so much.
nice tattoo. Just wear a rash guard. Would be like, I'm
I
body.
thought about
I'm
it.
body
Rash.
surfing today, man. People are
Well,
like,
dude,
right?
I went to. I used to go.
I do. That's why. That's the only reason I got the jacket on, so I don't contage
Not
you
a lot
guys.
of people
I
use the
appreciate
rash.
that. Yeah. And well, when I used to go work out at Equinox, and I would.
Oh
fuck?
Yeah,
shit,
dude.
doggy.
Broke
Yeah.
at the Equinox, or were you
Yeah,
rich?
dude. No, broke. So I had a
living
temp
there, huh?
job, like yeah, essentially. I didn't shower at home for like 3 years, but I had a
Deal.
temp job, like the best. 5 years. They had a discount, so I got access to every Equinox in the world.
That's rad.
For $75 a month.
Whoa.
It was the best. About a year and a half ago.
It's two. Just for the listeners who don't know,
It's 4.
I thought it's 250 for
No,
one
like-
location.
oh, for
It's
one-
275. It's 400 for all of them.
All of them.
It's effing insane.
It's
but you
insane.
go in there,
And it's truly luxury.
there's not a pubic hair in sight. Everybody's a smooth
barely a person.
porcelain.
Yeah, dude.
Jacked, and you get so horny lifting. It's
It
awesome.
rules, dude. It's the best. But about a year and right before I quit drinking, or right after I quit drinking, they found out that I didn't have that job anymore. So they were like, "Oh, yeah, dude." So it's like $400. I was like, "I can't go here anymore."
Wow. You're like, goodbye.
That was another reason I was like, "Well, I can't go back to drinking." because I can't afford. Because I would go every day when I like had an Equinox membership. I was there every day.
Wait, so you would have 18 beers?
Yes.
18 drinks a night.
Power lift.
Not and then power lift was it's a different thing at that point. Most of the shit that I was doing involved different places that I would sit in the steam room and different.
You still go to the gym every day.
Of course, you got to schwitz.
Were you mad? Like were you mad? Like Bert Kreischer got really famous for like doing what you essentially were doing every day.
No, not
like
at
you
all.
were like the same.
No,
like...
because here's the difference between me and Bert. Bert seems to hold it together. I did not. Jealous. The only jealousy I have is like. He seems like he can turn it off. If he's like, I don't want to drink tonight.
I don't know. I don't believe anybody can.
I don't either.
I feel like there's no person that I've been really amazed with you actually, because I feel like your love of booze is so palpable at times that I never thought that you would be able to do it. But you are the most competitive man that has ever walked the face of the earth. More than Michael Jordan. More than fucking...
Wow.
I never even thought this about myself. And Will said this to me, like, episode 1, and I was like, that's why for so many years of my New York existence, I've been such a hater.
Oh, yeah.
It's competitiveness, like, turned inward, where I'm like, that comic isn't that good.
I love this, dude.
And now it's just like, I don't care. I don't care at all.
Yeah.
Someone's killing and I think it's garbage.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
It doesn't matter. None of it matters.
And but I won't. I still won't be like, oh yeah, that's good. I'll just be like, oh, it's not good.
No, dude, my best friends suck shit at comedy as far as I'm concerned. Closest friends, I would take a bullet for them, and I want them to have all the success in the world. They're horrible at comedy if I'm on the same show.
Wow.
As far as I'm concerned,
you're a psycho too, huh?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. No, but no. No, you know what? I really thought I would be more that way, and I wish I was, but I'm not. And I think that's why I will never find success, is I don't have that competitiveness. I think
it's just so fun to get on stage, and when other people are in my way, that's annoying.
That bothers me. But when it's friends, I'm always like, do you, baby? I want to see you thrive. I
don't think I've hated on friends. I couldn't be friends with people who I didn't think were funny.
I think that's right. That's true.
Because I could just be like, yeah, dude, good one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you have to say how you feel. I mean, I think that you there's some kids that don't want to actually play in the game, right? They want to like practice and be a part of the team, and they don't like. You're the exact opposite of that.
Yes, and I've actually thought about this a lot of times because for me, practice was so hard and basketball was so hard.
So boring.
Why on earth would I go through all that if I wasn't going to be the starter, play all the minutes? You're almost doing 90% of the work I'm doing without the glory. It makes no sense. It's like it's like these people who are like they want to be like comedy adjacent.
Sure.
They're like, I'm over here. I'm not going to get on stage, and now I'm over here.
Yeah, you're at more open mics than I've ever been.
Now I'm a booker.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you're already doing the hard part, hearing all this horse shit every night.
Right. I mean, but you know what? At that point, I would much rather a booker be someone that understands, like,
the game.
No, you should see shows, but I'm saying that those kind of around it.
I'm with you.
Around it, but never want to go on stage is kind of really weird to me.
I guess so. I think it's weird that, like, you know what we do take for granted is we see a lot of comedy for free. Yeah, absolutely. Like
more than
I would care to, more than I want to, more than anyone should have to.
Yeah,
but we do, and a lot of people want that.
Yeah.
So like, I was hanging out with a buddy, another comic. His brother came to town. His brother loves comedy. He's like, well, we'll just hang out at clubs all night. He'll love that. And I was like, why? Why?
But
dude, it's hard to remember. People do enjoy watching it.
I used to bring my friend to open mics because he was like, "Yo, we're coming to see. I want to do one or two before we go out." He's like, "Fine, as long as there's beer, I don't care."
Yeah.
So he's seen like this guy has seen like certain comics that we know well. Like 35 times, but only at open mics.
Right.
And like now that some of those people have like done well, he's like, yeah, I saw that guy.
I saw that guy. Yeah. Well, I used to bring people to open mics because I was afraid.
I want to abruptly stop this great conversation and play some clips. What do you think?
I want to know. So now that you've well cemented in this journey, when you quit one thing, the addiction kind of shift to the other. And that's from my experience. So like, I think very similarly. I love the booze. I love coke. I love fucking weed. And then somewhere during the pandemic, I just started getting addicted to self-improvement.
Yeah.
do you feel that inside of you? Are you worried about it?
Yeah, totally. I mean, because I get into anything obsessively. So,
Yes.
like, pot was a big thing. But, like, this goes down to, like, hobbies since I was a kid. I had, like, a year when I was, like, very invested in rock climbing. I had multiple years where I was going to be the best bowler that anybody had ever
Are
seen.
you a good bowler?
I used to be, and then I broke my wrist, and I have not. I
Bowling?
can't. Yeah. Well, no, I didn't break it, but I wish. But I couldn't. Then my balls got stolen in my car as soon as that happened, and my ropes from rock climbing. I was like, well, I'm done with both of these.
It's a dirty game.
And I am waiting. I mean, because it's a matter of time before someone introduces me to heroin, and it's like I'll be like a needle in my arms, like at least I'm not drinking, right? Like that.
And be like, I could have been a great bowler, but
I could have been a great bowler, but
They
these
stole his
veins are all
balls and-
shot up, dude.
now he's at a bus station in Albuquerque.
You
Yeah.
just sleep there too. Yeah.
If only he had his ropes. Let's.
What are these clips of?
Fitness influencers. For the
Oh, my brother
yeah.
does this.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Your brother is a
Hold
fitness
on.
influencer?
He
Yes.
If I
tried to
gave you
be.
this $20, would you give me this $160 back? And let's be honest, the answer, of course, is no. But why, in the last 40 years, have our colleges increased their tuition by 160%? When the average expected salary coming out of those same institutions is only 20% higher. Honestly, it makes no sense. Let's take a little walk. When I was in your shoes, I thought I needed to go to a university, I needed to get my degree, I needed to take all the useless classes that they made me take before we could even get into the course material, only to graduate and question myself at every turn. I was getting clients with things that
Cut
we
the
never
shit
learned
out
in
of this
school.
video.
I was trying to run a business when they never even
Wait,
taught
get to
me
the point,
anything
dude.
about business in school.
So,
ultimately, I
is
had
he-
no clue how to apply or work with
This is
the
fitness?
real life issues that
So
were in my
he's
inbox,
selling
in person, in my
nutrition
meetings, or
coaching.
anytime
He hasn't
I met
mentioned that
somebody.
once.
And that's why I want to help you avoid
First of all,
the
you
4
gotta
years
learn
of
how to
pain
talk like
that I went
that.
through.
Why is he in a
Right now,
hotel?
160.
Why, if I gave you $120, why wouldn't you come back with $160?
Just got a weird way to talk out the front of his mouth. Like this. And almost like, wait, people are paying me money for my coaching, but shouldn't I go to college?
He talks. I took a seminar from him, and he talks.
Did you
like-
really?
Yeah. Well, I got a free one.
Oh, no.
So this guy is like the devil. He's the one that's just like. He has a lot of smart business ideas, but he's just like, yeah, that's when you got him in the fucking mousetrap, and then you can charge him $50, and he's just like, and we know that nobody ever uses this shit anyway. Who gives a fuck? But like, so he talks like the devil, and then his Instagram persona is different, and he also is like. He has like more of like a hood persona in the replay.
Oh,
He's just
really?
like, you know what I'm talking about, Jay Prince. You know, we're gonna charge him $50, and then we're gonna release a product, and then we're gonna release a motherfucking pregnancy. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Smash the like, and I'll give you $500 in the Zoom chat right now.
He kind of talks a little bit like Butthead.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna
What?
give me $160? No.
Should we watch this legend, Andrew Tate?
Oh, sure. Have you guys seen Hard as Nails?
Uh-uh.
I think you guys would like Hard as Nails.
Is it
It's
tight?
I'm certainly not one of them gym bros who only trains and does nothing else. I'm certainly not. You know what I'm not doing? Cutting up broccoli and putting it in little boxes.
Fuck no.
If I make enough
What a
little
relief.
boxes, maybe I'll get some biceps.
There are literally
Weak.
gay porn movies less gay than meal prep YouTube videos. Super gay.
I'm certainly not one of them gym bros.
Okay.
who only
I love this.
I would posit that you can say anything in a stupid voice and make it sound right. Oh, look at me! I'm rich because I work at a job. I'm a cool comedian. I headline. Like, right? You can do anything.
You can
be
do
like,
it. Well, and fellas, tell me, is it gay to put broccoli in boxes?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it
Somebody
is.
who has made meal prep videos, I've just been like, this is a little. But it is. I mean, I will say the meal prep videos. That's the type. I'm doing the shit that every dude thinks is gay for their benefit. This podcast, a bunch of men coming on, the male Oprah talking about getting sober and eating healthy.
That's it, baby.
I'll take on all the gayness for the boys. I have been my whole life.
One of the tenets of this podcast is that BGR, being gay rules.
Being gay rules,
We're
baby.
hopefully by the end we just kind of come out, and that's
Sure.
That's the final. Because
I love this, dude.
gay dudes are ripped as fuck.
Yep,
They're
yep.
having a great time. It seems like.
I just love that you guys needed a vehicle to end your marriage.
Well, it's the only way you can get out for free, too.
That's right.
If you're like, I'm gay, they're like, live your journey.
That's right. Well,
who am I to stop you?
I started this podcast with my friend, and
We started lifting together.
We're moving to Brooklyn.
Yeah. All of a sudden, we're in Equinox together.
I mean,
should we watch this guy? Was that a good?
Wes Watson. Wait, can we just go up to this? I just thought this picture was funny. Though. Explore. Look at his man trail.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It looks like he's got a beaver tail up there.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
No, it's the oddest pattern of hair I've ever seen.
All right, we're gonna watch this guy.
This is Watson Fit.
Wes Watson, baby.
You know why you self-sabotage, right?
No.
You know why, right?
No.
Why?
You work everywhere but on you.
Fuck.
You work at your job you don't like.
What word did he
You work
say?
on your house, your car, your
No,
lawn,
I
your
think he
marriage.
said something.
You work everywhere but on you.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't got no worth in you. The working steals the worth.
What? I was with him until the
You
end.
know why you self-sabotage?
I mean, dude, this guy looks like he's got Monster energy drink tattoos on both of his fucking. I mean, I appreciate that he just wants us all to work on ourselves. I don't know. I don't understand this like tough guy vibe of like, there's smoke behind me. I got tattoos. Are you working on you, bro?
Yo, bro, you gotta care about yourself.
You gotta care about yourself, dude. Because at the end
Get
of
back
this,
up there, do your jokes, man. You didn't bomb.
right? Well, every time I watch one of these videos, I'm waiting for like the BetterHelp banner to come across. Like, talk space.
I feel that there's got to be something to it, though, for the amount of yelling that goes on. That I feel like guys, it must resonate.
It's very macho.
I know. He got me hooked. I've watched more of Wes's content. Like I think it's funny, but at the same time, I'm also doing the shit he says.
Dude, that's the thing. This is funny for us right now. Secretly, privately, we will all be watching this man's videos. Like, tell me what I need to do, Wes.
Well, I always thought it was weird that the default mode of coaching for men was yelling. And
There's got to be something to it.
I try to make I try to do a bit about it. It never worked. But it was about how like you're a basketball coach, right? And you love basketball, and you get to wear basketball shorts to practice, and that's your job.
Yeah.
And then guy misses a bounce pass. You go, you motherfucking bitch! Like they're so mad all the time.
Right.
We're just out here playing a game.
It is
like,
nuts, especially
they're so mad.
Yeah.
A children's game, and you're treating it like life or death.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
that's why I love baseball. Is watching a grown
give a
man in a
fuck.
baseball, a 70-year-old man in a baseball outfit go to argue with a man in a helmet. It's like the funniest thing in the world to me.
Like spitting seeds and then motherfucking somebody.
Yeah. And dude, it's a beautiful sport.
I always love it. Like, when I was playing baseball, it's like when the coach would yell at you for like slumping, and it's just like, dude, you cannot yell me into hitting a baseball.
Right.
It's really
It's
fucking
really
hard
hard,
to hit
dude.
a curveball. Like from a good pitcher, like you yelling at me, it just gets in my head on a loop when I'm at the plate.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like-
not only that, like was it like Little League?
Well, it was like junior. It's like JV baseball. We had the dick
shit.
coach.
I played like Little League, and it's just like I could never get yelled at by another teammate's dad and be like, oh, I'm gonna take this seriously now.
You'd
Like,
laugh?
well, it's just like, oh, you're the coach. You mean you're Brian's dad?
Oh, I would cry. I needed the acceptance. I would cry. And
I would. Now there were years my dad coached, and that was a disaster. There were a lot of, well, I'll walk home, Dad, and a lot of, I'll get to the parking lot, and he'll be like, sorry, I called you a baby, whatever, dude. But
My friend's dad was notorious for like being very affectionate. He smelled like Davidoff cool water. He would always kiss. Oh my God, we all got kissed by him all the time, right? A big guy, former All-American, D lineman, and he coached our baseball team, and we all have this memory. The first kiss that my friend ever got from somebody that wasn't his mom or his dad, he was brought in as a relief pitcher in a Little League game, fucking sucked it up, got fucking pounded, and then when he got pulled, he was crying, and my friend's dad went and kissed him.
That's fantastic.
that's the most Italian thing I've ever heard, dude.
This quick one, but I did a You Can't See Me. Do you remember that from John Cena?
Yeah.
So me and my best friend, I was coming out for starting lineups, and he was going to do a You Can't See Me with me, and then I tripped, and then I kind of like fell, and like people were like, "Did you kiss?" Like, and we were on a bad losing streak and we won.
Dude, I really think if you
so the next game we just did this and then kissed.
Yeah,
like you know, Isaiah Thomas style.
Kissing a teammate
so
before
manly,
a game.
Kissing is so manly.
That is the way to if you really want to get in someone's head. Like, can you imagine?
We should kiss before deadlifts.
That's what.
Now I can see like Mahomes and Travis Kelce like neck.
You'd be like, what the fuck? You'd be like, as the opposing team, you'd be very worried. Like, these guys have a bond. We don't have that. No, dude. I haven't even told my dad I love him, dude. This is crazy. Oh my god.
Do you guys ever play football?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they make you hold hands and walk out. It's kind of tight.
Yeah, but can you imagine if you're the opposing team and then you look over like, all right, we're gonna kick these guys' ass. You look, everyone takes their helmets up, they kiss each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Instead of holding hands, first time I did it, I was like, whoa, and then I was like, there's something like really powerful about this.
Totally.
It's almost like this game is so important that I'm willing to hold your hand.
Right.
Like someone's gonna die out there, dude.
Yeah, they really do make it feel super dramatic. Like team sports when you're a kid, it's like going to war.
That's a hard nip right there.
Oh my god!
I mean, look at us.
I mean, I'm thinking, hey!
Whoa, that's crazy. We all just synced up our nips.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have a coach give you like a massive pregame speech and then you got out and just got fucking destroyed?
Dude, okay.
Every time.
My football, so I played on a football team and it was like, oh man, so there were only 6 teams in the league. 5 of them were all these white kids. We were all, very like suburban, whatever. I was on the team. It was just me and a bunch of like people that were bussed in from like the shitty parts of Atlanta. And the league hated our team. Like very vocally.
Why?
Well, because we won every game. And we won every game. And like the coaches that we had were these 2 hip hop guys, Johan Trotter and Pearl. I love them to death still to this day. I talk to them regularly. They had this big hype thing. They were rappers, so they played their own music in the locker room. And they were like, we're gonna, they were like, perfect record. Remember that, gang? We have a perfect season. We cannot afford to lose tonight. We won't lose tonight. We don't lose. And then we got our asses kicked. Hammered, dude.
We would always get this speech. Our coach Plaz, he would come in and he would like get so worked up, he'd get near to tears, and then he would be like, "No, I love you guys. Now let's go play some football." And we would go out and lose like 53-7. And it was just like, this guy is a fucking loser.
That's awesome. I love that.
I had a coaching moment in wiffle ball in Atlanta like 10 years ago. It's the comedian's wiffle ball game, and I was like very passionate about it. I was very passionate. I was very drunk, and I'm team captain for the Fighting Stools. We've all got shirts. I got the huddle going. I'm like, gang, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna show them what we're made. And I've like got a growler of beer the whole time. And as soon as I got up to the plate, I was the first batter. I puked everywhere.
Whoa!
Just not everywhere. It was one of those like pukes. And so
man, and people
it
were
wasn't like projectile. It was enough puke that people said something, but not enough to be an issue.
Not enough where people were like, take it easy on the booze. They were like, what are you going to do?
It was like a burp gone wrong.
Everybody moved 3 feet over and just kept playing.
Dude. Yeah. And then I knocked one right out of the park.
Do we want to do this psychopath David Goggins?
Yeah, let's send on a Goggins one.
Do this one.
Let's do a Goggins. Oh, this guy's chest is fucking crazy. Can we watch this real quick?
Yeah.
What's wrong with this man's chest?
He can flex his striations.
I hate that.
Really? I love that. This is tight. But this one should just be called Steroids Rule.
Yeah, I mean, that's steroids. That is also an insane amount of cable cross.
This is how dumb I am. There's still a big part of my brain that forgets that steroids exist. I'm just like, how do these people do that?
Yeah, it's just that. And then, but even that one was weird. Positive masculinity. Stay strong, bro.
Just everybody's fist bumping their phones.
There's a lot of like on the internet, especially like you taking one thing, right? This is a guy who does a ton of steroids and lifts a lot of weights.
Yeah.
And he's turning into something else, which is like, you can do this too.
You can do this, dude. Don't worry.
That's what I fucking hate. I hate the you can do this when it's just like, no, dude, I can't do it like you. And I know that you're trying to be like a symbol for something, but it's much more powerful for you to just be yourself and then tell me I could do that.
Right. Or tell me I can't.
Yeah.
Just be like, this is not something you're ever going to be able to do. And it's like, all right, well, now I have something to work for.
Yeah.
That's what'll motivate me. When someone tells me I can't do something, that's when I'm like, all right, now I'm going to commit every ounce of myself to doing that thing.
You can't heal your back doing knees or toes, guys, exercises that I'm going to send you.
Is that true?
You absolutely can't.
All right, fine. I dare you to prove to me that that's true.
I don't know if that does motivate me. I think that I either have no response at all. I go,
well,
right.
when it comes to physical limitations, I'm always like, hold on.
Yeah.
But as soon as it's like, you're never going to be able to do this, that, or the other, and it's like, do I have to lift anything? No. I'm going to do it, dude. I think I can do it.
I'm trying to think if I thought, like I said, I think flattery is the best way for me.
Flattery is what makes you feel good, but I do notice that, like, if I say something that's deeply insightful about you, that also, like...
But that, I think that's a form of understanding and flattery.
Because you feel like I'm deeply invested in knowing.
Because the internal pressure is so high. That's the other thing is
nah, brother, as soon as my ex-girlfriend told me I had a weak chin, I was like, well, we need to do something. I need to be, like, insulted, dude. I need someone to, like...
But there was still a gap between that and the sobriety,
years.
right? You were like, I'm going to file that away from when I bombed Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I'm going to just write that down.
Yeah, but like 7 years ago, a friend told me I wasn't funny. And that, a very good friend.
Still friends?
Yes. And
You're still friends?
Yes. And
who is it?
I can't tell you in case you ever meet them.
Oh, they're not a New York person?
I'm not saying anything.
How are you still friends with that person?
Because it motivated me to work really hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
And were you not funny in your opinion at that time?
I was pretty
Looking
drunk.
back?
I don't know, dude. That's the thing about drinking is when you drink like that for as long as I did, there is a whole decade of my life. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. And someone might come up to you and go, well, this used to happen to me quite often. You said this thing and blah, blah, blah. Like, there's this girl I met for the first time, and I go, I bet your mom hated you. She goes, why?
Yeah.
Because your shoulders are so wide. Holy shit. Like, I said that. Like, that was the first thing I ever said to this girl.
Whoa.
And I was just, like, being roasty and funny, and, like, she's never forgot it and never forgiven me. And I was drunk, and I
Mine was never that.
That's bad, though, right?
That's real bad. Mine was again. Mine was a lot of. It wasn't that so much that I was a dick. It was that Max is asleep in that bar stool. He's gonna pee himself in 3, 2. There he goes. Yeah,
that's how I felt. Like when you're like the butt of the joke, and it's like, or like people are like expecting you to be sloppy and a piece of shit, and they make little comments that it's just like, oh, this motherfucker.
I did a comedy festival like a year and a half ago. It was the first one I did after I quit drinking, and someone from Atlanta was there, and they offered me beer. I was like, I'm not drinking. They were like, who?
But that's you.
But they were like, this isn't gonna be fun though. And I was like, what the fuck?
Don't they expect that though? Like, aren't we at the point now where we see somebody being really sloppy? We go, there's gonna be a time where they show up and they go, oh, I actually don't drink anymore.
Well, and not to like drag this conversation,
it down.
Well, but it's like the Atlanta comedy scene. When I was everybody that I started with is quit.
Savages.
Yeah, they
quit drinking.
No, they quit
or comedy.
So, like everybody's quit.
Good.
Yeah,
that's great.
Right, and so I think that people makes it a lot easier for me. Nobody remembers me down there, and it's a beautiful. No, but it's like that is a real thing. Like everybody quits, so people think like, oh, well, you're still doing it. You must still be doing it this way, and it's like, fuck. I wish if it was sustainable, I would drink every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
it's the most fun thing you can do.
That's an honest place to be at. Yeah, because it's the most fun. Yeah, for me, it wasn't the most fun.
No,
I'm always curious. Like I ask him all the time because like when he like really, I see in his eyes how much he fucking loves it, and I'm just like, I did it. That's why I would do so much blows because like I really didn't like the feeling of being like wasted.
I loved the not feeling of being wasted. That's what I love so much is I can't feel any. That's the thing, dude. Your body's looser, baby. My back would not be fucked if I was still drinking, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sure that I ran into something or some shit.
What have we done?
We're gonna get you right.
But if I was drunk, my body would have been. Well, not doing that again. All right.
Get the like Tom Brady, malleability of the
we'll get you
spine.
on some avocado milkshakes and shit.
Avocado.
You gotta find out.
Yeah. So in the minivan pod. What
podcast.
else can you plug there?
You can find me on social media. It's MaxFine_ on everything.
MaxFine
in the
_
Minivan Podcast.
In the Minivan Podcast, you can find us at our yet to be created socials in the description.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe.
They're coming though.
Like.
Subscribe,
All
like,
that shit we're supposed to say.
Patreon, all that shit.
Patreon's going to be huge.
It's going to be the biggest Patreon of all time. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, Noah, what are you going to weigh next week?
278.
278. You heard it here first,
What do you
folks.
weigh
Have
now?
a great one.
280.5.
You got
Started
this.
at 287.
Hell yeah.